Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news markets are reacting to US Fed views that everything is on track and no more rate rises are likely. But first though, the first indications of bricks and mortar store retail sales for last week are coming through with the US Redbook index up an impressive 6.3% from the same week a year ago. Although that isn't as big a jump as the online indexes have had, it is a healthy real increase and still well above inflation and the strongest for the week for the year. Also better than expected is the latest US consumer sentiment reading, this one from the Conference Board. The rise was mostly on the forward-looking aspects. And Fed speakers have been fueling the idea that they're done raising rates and that inflation is heading in the right downward direction now. And that is taking the top off recent benchmark US Treasury yields, despite the US government's need to issue much more debt paper. Lower benchmark rates are also pushing the US dollar lower. In China, their central bank chief has opened up about local authority debt pressures, confirming authorities are worried about the situation in parts of the country. In Australia, October retail sales came in weaker than expected, recording a 0.2% decline from September, when markets expected a 0.2% gain. This followed monthly gains of 0.9%, 0.2% and 0.6% in the prior 3 months. Annual sales growth slowed to just on 1.2%. With their population growth running at 2.4% per year and retail price inflation running at 3.6% in the September quarter, this October retail trade result implies a very large real per capita decline in the 4.5% to 5% range. The US Treasury 10-year yield is down another 3 basis points from yesterday at 4.37%. And the price of gold will start today at just on $2,040 an ounce and up $30 from this time yesterday. The falling greenback is behind much of this rise, but it is getting near its all-time high of $2,075 in August 2020. And oil prices have risen $2 since yesterday to be just over $77 a barrel in the US, while international Brent price is just over $81.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 61.4 US cents, up 0.5 cent from yesterday, and a new high since July. Against the Aussie, we're 10 basis points lower at 92.2 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 20 basis points at 55.9 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just under 69.9 and actually little change from yesterday. Join us at 2 o'clock today for full coverage of the last RBNZ monetary policy statement of 2023 before we go into a long pause before the next one in February. Get more news about the New Zealand economy from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.